Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that plagues a ton of businesses, making huge decisions pretty much in the dark, relying on gut feelings, what worked last year, that kind of thing. But what if you could just flip a switch? What if you had a framework to go from pure guesswork to a razor sharp strategy? Well, that's exactly what we're breaking down today. So here's how we're going to do it. First, we'll talk about the problem, this dark room so many leaders find themselves in. Then we're going to build the solution, step by step, starting with a core model and ending with a full-blown control dashboard that just might change how you see your business forever.
All right, let's jump right in. We're going to tackle the biggest, most common trap in business, making these critical calls without a clear picture of what's really going on out there in the market.
Seriously, think about it for a second. So many leaders are basically operating in a dark room. They're going off intuition, what they think customers want. And look, intuition is great, but it's also got blind spots. When you're making calls that can make or break your company, flying blind isn't just risky, it's a gamble, a huge one.
And this really gets to the heart of the matter. It's about a massive shift in thinking, moving away from an inside-out approach, which is basically, hey, we're good at making this thing, let's go sell it, and moving toward an outside-in strategy. This flips the script entirely. It starts by asking, what does the market actually want to buy? And then you build everything backward from that answer. One is based on hope. The other is based on reality.
So how do we start turning on the lights? Well, one of the best first steps is something called a perceptual map. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just a visual way to see your brand through your customer's eyes. You get to see how they perceive you on things like, say, price versus quality. And this is the important part, how that stacks up against what they ideally want. Your job? It's to close that gap.
Okay, so the lights are on. Now we need a blueprint. Let's get into the central model for understanding how market share is actually built. The whole customer journey, as complex as it seems, can be boiled down to three really simple and, more importantly, measurable stages. First, they've got to know you exist. Second, they have to like what you're offering enough to actually want it. And third, they've got to be able to buy it. Know, like, and buy. That's it. Simple, right? And this sketch shows you exactly why we call it a funnel, because you start with this big audience at the top, but people drop off at every stage. It's natural. Maybe they see your ad, but your product is too expensive. Poof, they're gone between know and like. Or maybe they love your product, but it's sold out everywhere. Poof, they're gone between like and buy. The whole game is about finding and plugging those leaks. And this is where it gets really powerful. By measuring the conversion rates between the stages, you can diagnose your business with incredible precision. The first rate, attractiveness, tells you what percentage of people who know you actually want to buy from you. This is hands down the most important vital sign of your business. The second, availability, tells you if the people who want your stuff can actually get it.
All right, let's make this super concrete. We're going to walk through three classic business problems to see how this diagnostic tool works in the real world.
Check this out. Scenario 1. A whopping 85% of the market knows who you are, and your product is everywhere, super easy to find. But look at that attractiveness score, a measly 13%. So the diagnosis is brutal, but clear. Tons of people know you exist, they just don't want what you're selling. This is a classic value proposition problem. So what do? Well, the one thing you don't do is spend more on advertising. That would be like shouting a bad joke louder, hoping it'll get funnier. It won't. They already know you. The fix here is to go back to the drawing board. You've got to improve the product, rethink the price, or completely change the story you're telling. Okay, now let's flip that on its head. In this case, attractiveness is through the roof, 87%. The people who are aware of this product are obsessed with it. They love it. But the availability is a disaster, only 40%. You've got a hit product on your hands that your customers are desperate to buy, but they just can't find it. This sends such a clear signal. Your product is great, your message is working. The problem isn't with marketing or R&D, it's with operations. Did you not make enough? Are you in the wrong stores? Is your sales team dropping the ball? You need to pour all your energy into fixing the supply chain and sales channels. And for our last scenario, we've got a real winner. The product is amazing, 90% attractiveness. It's easy to find, 95% availability. The funnel converts like a dream. There's just one tiny problem. Almost nobody knows this product exists. Your brand awareness is a minuscule 5%. You've built a Ferrari, but it's locked away in a garage. This is the one time where the answer is, without a doubt, to open up the marketing wallet. Everything else is working perfectly. Your engine is tuned, your tires are new. You just need to add fuel. Your only job is to fill the top of that funnel with as many people as possible. It's time to shout from the rooftops.
So you might be wondering, how on earth do you keep track of all this stuff without getting lost in spreadsheets? Well, that's where we're going next. We're going to look at the tool that pulls it all together and gets you out of that dark room for good.
And this is it. You go from feeling around in the dark to sitting in a pilot's cockpit. This is your commercial control board. Think about it. A pilot needs to see altitude, speed, fuel, all at a single glance to make smart decisions. This dashboard does the exact same thing for your business. It lets you see what's coming, make adjustments on the fly, and navigate the market with total confidence. Now, the way this is set up is really smart. Two things to notice. First, everything is organized by customer segment, not by your own brands. That forces you to see the world like your customer does. And second, notice what's listed first: attractiveness. That's your most important health metric, front and center. It even includes things like share of voice, so you can see how loud you're shouting compared to everyone else. And really, that's the big idea right there. It's not about drowning in data. It's about getting the right metrics, all in one place, organized in a way that just screams, "Take this action." This one screen can change decision-making from a frantic, reactive mess to a calm, proactive strategy. Okay, let's bring it all home. We're going to distill this entire framework down into one clear, winning sequence that you can actually use. This is your final playbook. And listen, the order here is absolutely critical. It's non-negotiable. Step 1, make a great product that people want. Get that attractiveness score high. Step 2, only then do you spend money on ads to tell everyone about it. And finally, step 3, make sure it's easy to buy. If you do this out of order, you are literally just burning money. This little grid basically sums up the whole diagnostic process. You just plot your attractiveness against your awareness, and it tells you exactly what to do. If you're in that top right box, high attractiveness, low awareness, that's your moment. Go. It's a massive opportunity. If you're in that bottom left, well, you've got some serious work to do. So at the end of the day, the question is simple. Is your business flying blind, or are you in the cockpit? The difference is having the right data and the right framework so you can make winning decisions. This whole system, it's the light switch. It's up to you to flip it on.